Hi guys, welcome to my channel and I hope you are doing good today because I'm about to share with you how to make this cage bra. But before we get started, don't forget to give this tutorial a good thumbs up. So let's get started. The body measurement we're going to need is from your shoulder to under bust. Then the second measurement is your bust round circumference. So we're going to start by marking our shoulder to under bust, which is going to be 13 inches in my case, and I'm going to connect the 2 points. Then the next thing we need is quarter of our bust round measurement. Mine is actually 9 inches. And I'm going to create a square of around 9 inches. Right on that line, I'm also going to mark 9 inches, which is going to be quarter of my bust round measurement. Once we are done, we are going to find the midpoint of your square. Mine is 4.5 and I'm going to create 4 equal parts. Once I'm done at the bottom, we're going to mark 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on the other side to create a dot. Now on one side we are going to go up by 1.5 inches, and then on this side here on this straight line is going to be the center line, and at the bottom we are going to mark 1 inch. Now you want to connect these points with a curved ruler. Now the next thing we need is to create the armhole. So what I'm going to do is to determine the neck width, which is 3.5 inches. And then I'm going to go down by half an inch. Then once we are done, I am going to go ahead and connect it to the bra cup. You can go ahead and use a curved ruler or a straight line will do. Then on the center line, you need to mark your neck depth. Mine is going to be 2 inches. And connect the 2 points to create the neck opening. Now we need to create the band. So the band is going to be quarter of my bust round measurement, subtract half of an inch. So mine is going to be 8.5 inches. And the width of my band is going to be 2.5 inch. Then once I am done, I'm going to connect it all the way to the cup. The next thing is to create casing for our elastic, and mine is going to be half an inch. So once we are done now guys, it's time for us to cut out our pattern. Don't forget to extend your dart to the band. So once we are done cutting out our pattern, I'm going to go ahead and separate the frame from the band, and I'm going to mark 1 inch from there, extend it all the way down, then cut that point or the line to create the band from the frame. Don't forget to close the dart on your frame. Once we are done cutting out our pattern, please don't forget to add seam allowance. I'm going to be using centimeters, which is 0.5 centimeter. But for the band, you only add on the side, and it's going to be using a stretchy material. Cutting out our pattern on fabric, I did use a stretch material like I said, and I cut out 4 layers for the band. And for the cup, I did cut out 1 layer. And for the cradle or for the frame, I did use a stretch fabric, but I also used a lining that is stable so that I can get more support for my cups. So the first thing we need to do is to close out the dart for the cups. And once we are done, I am going to take my frame, the lining, including the lace, put them together. Then once I am done, we are going to take the cups and also the frame, place them right sides facing, pin them, and then go ahead and sew 0.5 seam allowance. Once we are done doing so, I'm going to go ahead and add my channeling, of which I'm going to sew on top of the seam that is already there. And this is how everything will look on the inside. But before I sew down the channeling, I want to go ahead and attach the band. With the 2 layers, I'm going to place one under and the other one on top. Then go ahead and sew a straight stitch. Okay guys, this is how it looks on the inside and also on the outside. So now we need to go ahead and sew a straight stitch right on top. Then we need to press the channeling down and sew a straight stitch right on the edge. Once you're done, this is how it will look on the inside and also on the outside. So we need to also attach the elastic, and I'm going to be using a fold over elastic. I'm going to be pulling it just a little bit around the armhole. The next thing is to attach the elastic right on the neckline. So the length of my elastic is going to be around 22 inches. Then I'm going to find the center point of the elastic and pin it. Then do the same thing for the neckline. Find the center point. Then once you're done, you need to also match the 2 center point of the elastic, including the neckline. Then you want to go ahead and attach the 2 or sew the 2 together. Make sure you don't pull the elastic on the neckline. You will need 2 sliders and 1 ring. So I'm going to insert the slider onto the strap. So what we need to do is to place or insert the strap on one opening to the next. And then you want to take the ring and pass it through. Then once the ring is inserted, you want to go ahead and pass the strap under the slider from one opening to the next. And we are almost done, guys. The next thing that we need to do is to attach the elastic around the waist. So what I'm going to do now is just to place the elastic and pull it just enough around the waist. So this is how it looks once it's done. To finish it off, you can go ahead and add hook and eye, or you can just sew a straight stitch on the band and you are done. Trust me, guys, when I say the comfort in this bra, it's out of this world. But for now, guys, I am done. See you on the next one.